We are live here from Indianapolis, and here comes the beast. Didn't even get to get a real introduction there, but of course we saw last week Brock Lesnar was attacked by a masked man, we don't know who. But I don't think he's very happy about it.
And we're back to commentating.
Yep.
We haven't commentated one since like last Wednesday.
Brock Lesnar will main event WrestleMania with Gunther with the PWG Championship on the line on March 20, I believe, 29th, yep. But tonight, he has business to settle. Gunther, if you think putting a mask on and attacking me is gonna make me think it's not you, you're hilarious. But I find it kind of funny how you're too much of a bitch to actually attack me with no mask on. So you know what? Get your ass out here so we can fight right now. Because I know you were the one who at least sent out that attack or did it yourself. I'm giving you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh, looks like I'm gonna have to go back out there myself. Oh, God. What is he doing? Gunther, where are you? Who the hell are you? Oh my God. F5 under the cement as Brock continues this search for Gunther. Oh God. That Danhausen set up. F5 through the flaming table. Holy shit. Brock is brutalizing Danhausen right now. Maybe he sees him as a suspect for that masked man. Because Brock was struck with a chair last week. But Brock Lesnar is beating the hell out of Danhausen. Oh God, picking him up again. For a third time, Brock with Danhausen. F5. Gunther, where are you? Wow. Coming up next, Damian Priest and John Cena will be teaming up to take on American Made. Damian Priest has had his problems with Kurt Angle, of course, since Angle took him out. And Cena wants to prepare for that tag match he's got coming up at WrestleMania, so...
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
Here is John Cena. Cena, of course, is one half of the #1 contenders for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. The problem is we don't know who his tag partner is. And we're not going to know until WrestleMania. Cena says he has names in mind, but he wants to make it a surprise, both strategically and for his love for the fans. You gotta wonder though, who's gonna team with Cena?
So everybody in this match, there's a grand total of 1 platinum album.
Yep. And here comes American Made. Of course, the Creed brothers, accompanied by Kurt Angle, the man Damian Priest, will face at WrestleMania.
And that's something Cena has on everybody here. Yep. That's an advantage.
So here we go, Priest and Brutus Creed will start this one off.
Really, Damian, I don't think doesn't have anybody. I mean, Kurt was on a bad play. He's clearly changed.
Well, Priest doesn't really see it that way. He sees it as, I missed 9 months out of my career because you were having anger issues.
Well, yeah, but like, we all been there, man. Like, you gotta like.
Well, maybe Priest will forgive him after beating him at WrestleMania. We'll see that.
No, he should just came back, continued on with his career. Which is like, he shouldn't be trying to kick the ass of a living legend.
And Brutus Creed hangs up Priest on the ropes.
And Creed,
Right hand there. And now gonna go to the top rope here. Brutus misses. Damian Priest now kicking at the head of Brutus Creed as this match between Cena and Priest versus the Creed brothers continues. And Brutus Creed with the leg and punch to the back of the neck of Priest there in an axe handle. And now a tag to Julius. Can Priest get the hot tag on Cena? No. Julius there to prevent that. And I'm going to drive his knees into the skull of Damian Priest. Of course, the American Made is trying to send Priest a message for what they think he'll have coming at WrestleMania. Look at this. Brutus trying getting involved in a missile dropkick there from Julius. And can Priest get a hot tag here? He's crawling for Cena. He gets him! And Cena's legal. Nope. And a German suplex to John Cena there. Didn't even have to go down with him. And now Julius Creed making John Cena struggle a little bit. And of course, we know the majority of Cena's career has been spent in singles action, so he's not the most prolific tag wrestler of all time, and maybe that's what's gonna advantage the Dudley Boys at WrestleMania, and advantage the Brutus Creed and Julius Creed here in this tag match, because I mean they're brothers, so naturally they have more chemistry than Cena or Priest do together. And kicking Cena right in the face, and it's moments like that.
Brutus Creed can just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, when Cena was just starting to get the upper hand on Julius. And Julius just throwing Cena around, trying to soften him up. Where Cena's getting older, he can't handle being thrown around like this as much anymore. And oh no, Mr. Crossbody, yeah, you see he really softened up here. And oh. Submission hold on Cena here. And Cena breaks out of it. And John Cena now, Hurricanrana. And Cena's starting to get back into this. Cena DDT. Cover on Julius to get the win. And a kick out. Crossbody there. And now it's Julius who needs this tag desperately. Cena sends him into the corner, no elbow. Now Julius trying to get back into it as he takes Cena down. And now looking to get that tag on Brutus. And Cena tags in Priest.
Now Priest has experience with tag teams. Of course, his time with the Judgment Day.
And now cranking the head of Damian Priest here. And Damian Priest now with another sidewalk slam. As Brutus, and down he goes. And right now Damian Priest trying to control the pace of this match with another sidewalk slam. Into the cover. Get the win here on Friday Night SmackDown now. Kick out. And Priest just continues to maul Brutus Creed. What a clothesline cover again. And another kick out. Priest is not giving him life. Beating down on Brutus Creed and a tag to Cena. And Brutus takes Cena out while he was distracted with Julius there, now slamming the head of Cena against the mat.
And taking advantage of the fact that Cena's not used to tag.
Of course, Cena has won tag gold in his career before, but again, it's just he doesn't spend, you know, week to week his career in the tag division. So yeah, he does have to get used to a new set style of wrestling. I mean, you're not going to be fighting all the time. Of course, you do go on the apron at times, and at times you're going to be attacked when you're not even legal. And belly to belly, cover on Brutus. And a kick out at 2, Cena almost had him. And oh, what a kick to the side of the head. Can the Creed brothers get themselves back into this tag team match? Another submission here on Cena. Cena gonna tap here in Indianapolis. Submission is in. Cena, no, gets out of it. Brutus with the punch. And Cena trying to get him up. Oh, what a knee. And throwing him to Charles Robinson, and now tags in Julius. He's gonna throw Cena around. You can see this scratches on Cena's back. He's been thrown around quite a lot in this matchup, and he kicks out at 2. Cena's still alive in this. And another submission hold. They've been going for Cena's back and neck area all match. Of course, that's going to affect him the most considering his age. And Julius, oh my god, picks Cena up out of the air! And got him!
Shit.
That might be it! To put Cena away, and Damian Priest there to break it up. Julius Creed could have pinned John Cena.
I never thought you would say those words.
Cena needs to get himself back into this one. Oh, counters. And this might be what John Cena needed. Are we going to see the 5-knuckle shuffle here in Indianapolis? we do. And now Cena waits on Julius Creed, but Brutus from behind. Cena was preparing for an AA,
And
but Brutus takes him out from behind there, ramming into Cena. And now Julius looking to take out Charles Robinson. And Kurt Angle has informed American Made that he wants some cheating in this match. Wait a second, takes out Brutus. And Julius has Cena distracted for a bit, now looks back at Charles Robinson. Gets him out of the ring while Cena is in the corner, laid out. And takes out Priest as well. And hits Cena with the chair. And American Made want to steal this one versus Cena and Priest as he beats Cena senselessly with the chair. And the evidence is right there. And Cena counters. Cena now. AA on Julius. Takes out Brutus.
And Kurt.
And tags in Priest. And Priest now. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Priest and Cena win. What a match. As Cena and Priest are able to pick up the win here in tag action. And you could see Priest looking at Kurt Angle throughout that entire pinfall. Basically looking at him like, this is you come WrestleMania. As they knock off Kurt's stable and American Made tonight, the two-time SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And this was the beginning of the end for American Made. AA by Cena. Priest comes in and finishes this one as Priest and Cena get a big win here to open Friday Night SmackDown.
Fuck, Nick, what are you doing, bro? You
Bro, Adam,
What?
listen. All I'm here for is your approval because I'm wrestling him either way at WrestleMania, but I want a match with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Do you stamp your approval?
I will look for space.
Okay, well, that's great. Because I don't really care about space because that match is happening either way. Thank you, Adam.
Damn it, Nick! Oh.
So here comes Kevin Owens, who challenged for the IC title at Saturday night's main event this past Saturday and was screwed out of that match against MJF by Pat McAfee. So Owens, he just got to SmackDown and already he's very upset because he could have beaten MJF that night. And then we'd likely be having Kevin Owens versus LA Knight at WrestleMania. Well, we would be because LA Knight's the #1 contender right now. So, but instead we're getting MJF versus LA Knight 3, and Kevin Owens might not even be at WrestleMania, which is the worst part for him. That was his ticket to Mania, the Intercontinental title. Pat McAfee, you are a coward for what you did at Saturday night's main event, and I know exactly what you're trying to do, and I'm not gonna fall for this trick, okay? Listen, I want to wrestle at WrestleMania, obviously, like everybody on this roster does. And I know you cost me because you want to wrestle at WrestleMania. Well, guess what, Pat? I'm either going to find someone else to wrestle at WrestleMania, or I won't be at WrestleMania because I will do anything to make sure you don't get a spot on the card, especially not at my expense. And here comes Pat McAfee. Was feuding with Javon Evans over on NXT for a little bit. Now here on SmackDown to interrogate Kevin Owens.
And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 233 pounds, Pat
Of course, we are in Indianapolis tonight. This is where Pat McAfee started his career, of course, as a punter for the Colts. And Indianapolis has been a very important city in his career. Pat, I know you're an attention seeker who only comes to this company because you want a spot at WrestleMania and you want to talk about it on your show so people watch your shitty podcast. Well, guess what, Pat? I'm not going to give it to you. So if you want to have a match at WrestleMania, go bug someone else for it.
Indianapolis!
Hey,
Here.
I'm talking to you. Don't worry about these people. Worry about me.
What? These people are better. Every single person here is probably more accomplished than you. Even that 3-year-old over there. I will, Timmy.
Pat, if you didn't have a punt in the Super Bowl, no one would give a flying shit about you, okay? Your stupid podcast trying to give yourself relevance. You're trying to have people talk about you. It's always got to be about you. And then, oh, what, you have Aaron Rodgers go on your podcast and spread vaccine conspiracies, huh? That's all you're good for.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers is a very ayahuasca-filled man. But,
Pat, I am not going to give you what you want. If that's what you let me guess, you want a match at WrestleMania, don't you?
actually, I was here because you guys are in my hometown, and I love
No,
wrestling.
I want to know why you cost me on Saturday for the IC Championship when I had MJF beaten, and if I beat MJF, I would be on the WrestleMania card right now.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, because KO, it's kind of bad for business. Like, nobody wants to
What
watch a
do you
match.
care about business? You come here once, twice a year, and
I
then
care-
spend the rest of
I
it.
care
You
about
spend the rest of your time over on ESPN talking about the NFL season. You're never here.
Okay, in the NBA season and all sports.
No.
Go check it out. It's a good podcast. I interviewed a Brock Lesnar a few years back. And my Liam Cohen interview was really good.
What else are you here to announce?
That I'll be having an interview next
Course.
week with Tyrese Halliburton on SmackDown.
More stupid athlete celebrities coming here, interrogating my show. You know what? I'm done. Oh my God, Kevin Owens with a stunner to Pat McAfee. That was uncalled for. Adam, you
Nick?
saw what happened at Saturday night's main event. I need a rematch with Charlotte at WrestleMania.
If you can win a 6-woman tag team match with for you, Bianca, and I said you and Bianca, you, Io, and Lita versus Rhea, Charlotte, and Kyrie, you'll get that match. And if you could do me a nice favor and get me a duo partner, because Nick Aldis keeps getting knocked off first drop. I'm playing Fortnite right now.
Well, you're just gonna have to
Probably
tell him to get
sucks.
better. But thanks for the rematch, kinda.
No more salty strings.
So here we go. Bianca Belair gonna team with Io Sky and the winner of the Women's Elimination Chamber, Lita, to take on the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, and of course the woman who screwed her out of a title match at Saturday Night's main event, Charlotte Flair, when Sonya Deville would interfere and Bianca would pass out from the figure eight. So if Bianca wins this match, she will get a rematch for the IC title at WrestleMania one-on-one versus Charlotte Flair. Of course, it's going to be interesting to see Belair and Lita team in this matchup, considering they were the part of the final three of this past year's Women's Elimination Chamber match. So Lita was kind of part of the reason why Bianca is competing for the Women's World title at WrestleMania. The former Women's World Champion, Io Sky, who has had her own problems with another woman who will be in this match, Kairi Sane. Remember, Io was such a good friend to Kairi that she literally basically gave up the Women's World title at SummerSlam in a ladder match to Charlotte Flair by walking away and letting Charlotte grab the title just so Charlotte would let go of Kairi as a hostage. And how does Kairi repay Io? Well, by costing her the Women's World title a couple months later. And Io still looks to get her revenge on Kairi, but she'll be able to get her hands on her potentially partially here in this six-woman tag. And here comes the winner of the Women's Elimination Chamber, the woman who will challenge Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania, Lita. And now time for the other team, starting off with Kairi Sane, who has been very jealous of Io, as I mentioned earlier, and it got to a point where she just turned on her altogether. But it hasn't paid off the same way Kairi thought it would, because she lost the Elimination Chamber, and now much like Io, she has not officially gotten herself on the WrestleMania card, so now she could have cost them both a spot at the biggest show of the year. And still to come later tonight, CM Punk and Roman Reigns under one ceiling here tonight on SmackDown. Of course, they have had quite the rivalry themselves and will face off at WrestleMania. And here comes the Women's World Champion. Rhea will defend the Women's World Championship against Lita at WrestleMania. Of course, she beat Io Sky for the title back on the Christmas episode of SmackDown in December. And now the biggest title defense of her career up to this point, coming up against a legend like Lita at WrestleMania. And of course, for some reference, there has been a few matches that have been confirmed for each night of WrestleMania. And the match I just mentioned, Rhea versus Lita for the Women's World title, will be on WrestleMania Saturday, also known as Night 1. And the Women's Intercontinental Champion, who beat Bianca Belair with some questionable tactics back at Saturday night's main event. But if Bianca can win this 6-woman tag with Io and Lita, she will be getting her rematch against Charlotte for that Women's Intercontinental title at WrestleMania in a couple weeks. And to go on a little bit from earlier, the matches that have been confirmed at WrestleMania that will take place on each certain night, of course, our Intercontinental title scene, MJF versus LA Knight, will take place on WrestleMania Saturday as well. Roman Reigns and CM Punk, WrestleMania Saturday also. So here we go, Bianca and Kairi to start us off here. And Kairi goes right to the ribs of Bianca and, to the back of the head now. Now using the ropes, and Bianca counters. Bianca going right to the back of Kairi here. And this is our main event matchup of the night. Of course, still to come, CM Punk and Roman Reigns will go face to face after this match is over. And now Bianca Belair grabs Kairi. Kairi sends her to her corner. And runs in with an elbow. And a tag to the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley. So, 2 champions on one side. Of course, you got the Women's IC Champion, Charlotte, and of course, the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley. And here's 2 women who've had their problems in the past, Bianca and Rhea Ripley. Of course, very close to having a rematch at WrestleMania, but Bianca would just fall short in the Elimination Chamber. Now Rhea Ripley throwing Bianca. First they had a classic match at SummerSlam this past August. I mean, insult to injury there. And now a clothesline to Bianca. And another one. And Rhea Ripley. What a start for the Women's World Champion dropkick. Now Rhea Ripley stepping on the back of Bianca Belair and flexing over her. And it does feel like there's a lot of unfinished business here between the Women's Champion and Bianca Belair. It feels like it's almost destined to see them wrestle again in the future. But for now, Rhea's focused on Lita going into WrestleMania. That's the woman that she will definitely face soon enough. And tag to Io Sky. And Ripley tags in Kairi right away. Does not want to deal with Io. But I can tell you this, Io wants to rip off Kairi's head just as badly as she wants to rip off Rhea, so she'll take either one. Rhea kind of threw Kairi under the bus by forcing her to tag in here. But you can't say Kairi doesn't deserve this. Now Io Sky. Oh, Kairi goes to the leg. Now tag to Charlotte Flair. And Io is looking for a tag, but instead wants to fight Flair. Of course, these two have had their problems in the past as well. Going back to that SummerSlam match that I brought up earlier.
I mean, when you're champion, you make enemies, and enemies die hard.
And now, Io Sky, nope. Charlotte counters and goes to the ribs of the former Women's World Champion. And now looking to go for the legs as well. And, oh, bashing. Io's knee against the mat, and Charlotte misses there. And now Io going to target the legs. And now Kairi trying to get involved here. And Io misses! Kairi, oh, doesn't want to use...
I think I saw what Kairi was doing. She was baiting Io.
Of course, if she did end up hitting Io with that chair,
I don't think she has ever...
Oh no, I know. Well, clearly not now, but if she did, of course, that would mean that Bianca would right there get her match with Charlotte. I think that's to keep in mind too. No matter how this match ends, if Bianca's team wins, she's getting that rematch. It can be by counter, DQ, submission, pinfall. And Lita now took out Kairi and gonna focus on the Women's World the Women's Intercontinental Champion instead. And Rhea looking at what Lita's doing there and trying to figure Lita out ahead of WrestleMania. And oh, takes up the leg. Of course, Charlotte has beaten Lita in singles action before, back in the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. Hands against the ropes, and Lita want to catch him to a dragonfly. That might do it right there. Cover. What a counter there from Lita, but no, Charlotte kicks out. Charlotte with a big chop there and one axe handle. And tags in Io. Io jumps over Charlotte, makes her miss. And Io is pumped up here. And drops Flair. Charlotte goes to the leg. And now Charlotte Flair with Io Sky takes her down. And a tag to the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. The woman who took Io's championship away from her back on the Christmas episode of SmackDown. And Io did not forget about that. Oh, big boot there. The cover. Charlotte is in the ring and Io kicks out. And now Rhea gonna stomp out the former women's champion, the woman she beat the title for. Of course, 3 of the PWG Women's World Champions are all in this match. Every single one that has been champion since the title, since we started up. Charlotte, Io, and Rhea Ripley. And Kairi as well, thank you. So 4. Io countering Charlotte here.
It's funny though, the difference between the Raw Women's Champion and the SmackDown Women's Championships.
Yeah, Liv has had a stranglehold on that, but that's even in jeopardy coming into WrestleMania. Of course, it's Roxanne Perez and a powerbomb there. And of course, Cora Jade as well, holding the Money in the Bank contract. And Lita now sets Charlotte up on the top rope. What's she thinking? And sends Charlotte down. And I go for the twist of fate on Charlotte Flair. There it is. Flair kicks up right away. Lita didn't even get to go to the top rope yet. And counters anyways. Lita is on fire, and this is exactly why she's capable of winning the Women's World title at WrestleMania, even at her age. And how Bianca going to deal with Charlotte. You know Bianca's been waiting for this. Beating down on Flair. Bianca Belair going all out here. You know she's pissed after Saturday. And how poetic would it be for her if she could be the one to pin Charlotte to win this match here. As she has Charlotte up, she might just be. Down she goes. And Belair is all alone with Charlotte. No one to help Flair. Bianca has her up. KOD. But Rhea's back up to her feet. And pins Charlotte. 1, 2. Bianca pins Charlotte, and she will get her rematch at WrestleMania.
The best,
wow.
The best possible ending for Bianca and the worst possible ending for Charlotte.
Bianca gets part of her win back from Saturday by pinning Flair here in this tag match and getting herself another opportunity at Mania, but now can she finish the job at WrestleMania and win the title there? Bianca and Charlotte is now official for WrestleMania, and it is taking place on WrestleMania Sunday, Night 2. And here we go, the face-to-face we were all waiting for. CM Punk and Roman Reigns will finally close the chapter on their rivalry in 3 weeks on WrestleMania Saturday. And Adam Pearce has negotiated it, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, CM Punk and Roman Reigns will sign the contract to make their non-sanctioned match at WrestleMania official. Of course, Punk has some home love here in Indianapolis. A lot of people over from Chicago here tonight.
Of course, Chicago, a better city, not even close. Duval.
And here comes his WrestleMania opponent, the OTC. Roman Reigns has been hell-bent on getting CM Punk off SmackDown. And now it's come to a point where the loser at WrestleMania will leave SmackDown.
Sorry, CJ Stroud was on commentary for a sec. Tribal Chief.
Reigns, Punk, face-to-face next here in Indianapolis on SmackDown. Hot crowd, huh? Punk. One of the biggest mistakes of my professional career was allowing you in my business. Allowing you back in my business. And the reason I say that, I mean, it should be obvious. Okay, you came back for a niche. I'm here to carry this company through, like when I did during the pandemic. And what were you doing? You were praising my work on your couch with your stupid dog and your bitch wife. Listen, man, if you want to take personal attacks at me at this point, they've run dry. Okay, you can take shots at AJ or Larry all you want, because here's the truth, Roman. Our thing here has gone beyond just a little mic battle. All right, it's gone beyond that. You decided to make things personal with me. And why did you do that? I'll tell you why you did it. Because, like we mentioned before, I didn't pick you. And like I've also said before, you picked me. You followed in my footsteps. You had a long time. You had a long title reign with Paul Heyman on your side. All right. That's something you did. You want to have a blockbuster WrestleMania main event where you beat the evil CM Punk. But listen, you're not going to beat me in Minnesota. You won't. Because Roman, I have known you way too long. And in some cases, I know you better than you know yourself, especially after sharing the ring with you these past couple months. Okay? You are a very good fighter. And I think I said this to your cousin once. You want to bring up family so much. I said this to your piece of shit of a cousin. I think you know him as Dwayne. Roman, at WrestleMania, your arms are going to be too short to box with God. And when I send your ass packing to Monday night, I take over this show, and I'm calling out Brock Lesnar and Gunther right now. I'm going to become a problem after I'm done with this doofus right here. Listen to me, huh? Why don't you focus on something? Why don't you focus on one thing for once in your career, huh? Me. You're not facing Brock Lesnar or Gunther at WrestleMania. You're facing me. And the last time I had to deal with someone like Gunther, which I will deal with him after WrestleMania, but I'm not going to hijack this segment to let him know that. But the last time I had Gunther beat, when was that? That was, Payback. When you cashed in Money in the Bank on me, huh? I am the only one on this damn roster to pin him clean. But that was all for nothing because of you. And now look at us. We're going to WrestleMania fighting each other with nothing on the line. And whose fault is that, Punk? I'm pretty sure you're the one who decided to let him have his championship back. You think I decided that? I was thrown in a triple threat match randomly against my will the following Friday after just going through a damn war with both of you attacking me. Okay, and then I had to defend that championship against both of you in one match. And, well, you know what's funny about that match, Roman? I'm not the one who lost it. You lost my title. So next time you blame someone for Gunther being the face of the brand, why don't you blame yourself since he pinned you? Oh yeah, okay, you're gonna blame this on me, huh? Well, guess what? We were supposed to be done. We were supposed to be done, and I know you're about to blame this on me again, too. But listen, I was ready to hang this rivalry up after SummerSlam. You're the one who involved the championship. And ever since you did that, yeah, I had to drag this thing out a little bit. Because you haven't gotten the proper ass beating you deserve since that happened. Okay, I didn't do enough at Bad Blood. But let me tell you this. Non-sanctioned match. WrestleMania. Loser leaves SmackDown. You will get the beating that's coming to you. That's not a prediction. It's not a spoiler. It's a prophecy. Wow. Roman Reigns with a mic drop moment of the century there.